Hello, this is the Watchdog, and welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today we have an unboxing for you, a triple unboxing. You're saying triple unboxing? How come there's only two boxes in front of you then? Well, believe it or not, that right package has two watches in it. Let's start with the wrist check. I'm wearing my Seiko 5 with the orange dial. I really like this watch, but I kind of regret buying it because I want one of those new GMTs with the orange dial, and it'd be kind of silly to have both. And Greg was wearing my Balgella 1611. Grego said he saw Han Solo wearing a GMT watch, and he asked Han if he even knew what GMT was and if they even had it on Tatooine. Han says, sure, it stands for Greedo Mean Time, but you really didn't need a watch for that because Greedo was mean all of the time. Alright, let's get started. We'll do the box with two of them. So, let's get the thing open. I'm going to use scissors again. Just a minute, I might have to do some exit, blacking out again. Oh, my address is not on this inner box. So, I must have ordered two watches from the same store. Because otherwise I can't imagine them packaging them together. Alright, looks like we have a Chensky. So obviously this Chensky didn't come in a box. Other Chenskys I've bought have come in boxes, but I guess it's like anything. But sometimes they give you an option of the box, and you save a couple bucks if you don't choose it. And it's kind of fine for me because if I don't have a box, that kind of ensures that the watch is under half a pound, and then I can ship it for only $4 on Facebook Marketplace. But here we go. This is a Chensky homage to Hublot. This is my first Hublot homage. You don't see a lot of Hublot homages out there because Hublot has a love it or hate it relationship with the watch community. A lot of people think Hublot buyers have more money than sense. I'm kind of indifferent. I don't hate Hublot. I don't think I'd ever buy one if I could afford one. There's so many other watches I'd rather have in that price range. But I don't hate them. I don't understand hatred in the watch world. I remember that time I reviewed the Movement watch, and I got such nasty comments from it. It's because so many people just hate Movement because they've been conditioned to hate it. But once again, I don't hate Hublot. But there's really nothing to take off here other than the hang tag. So I'll do that, then throw it on the wrist. Here's the watch, my 7.5-inch wrist. And it comes on a clasp, so that's always nice. Always prefer clasps to buckles. But no, that doesn't look too bad. This was a very affordable watch, or ultra affordable. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Okay, let's see what the other watch is in this box. And this one does come in a box. And this is a Sistin. This is the first Sistin I've ever had. As you can see, the box looks fairly familiar. Looks a lot like a Benyar box. So we got the instructions, the unsigned warranty card, cleaning cloth. Look at that little baby cleaning cloth. And here's the watch. This is, of course, a sub-homage. And this was also ultra affordable. And I didn't think it looked too bad for an ultra affordable sub-homage. I made sure when I look at really, really affordable watches on AliExpress, it's always nice if somebody includes a screenshot of the actual watch. Because the watch you see in the ads is normally not the watch you get. And so when I saw the screenshot of somebody wearing this watch on their wrist, it didn't look too bad for the money. So I figured I'd give it a shot. And as you can see though, it's got that really crappy clasp. But that's just par for the course. But actually the bracelet doesn't seem too bad. I mean, it appears to be solid. I don't think this is hollow. So that's surprising. Because you usually get hollow links or rolled links at this price range. But yeah, here it is. This doesn't look too bad considering. Bezel action, of course, is a little bit mushy, but I've seen a lot worse. At least it's not too loose. Sometimes you get really loose bezel action. This is definitely not too loose. It's just the clicks aren't the best, but oh, I like it. Then, of course, as you can see, the Cyclops is pure crap. It does hardly any magnification. And of course, this is a Quartz watch. You're not going to get an automatic at this price. But no, I'm so far, considering what I paid, I'm not too disappointed with this one. I kind of like it. So let's throw it on the wrist and see what it looks like. Here it is on size of my 7.5-inch wrist. And there's the rub. Because I can barely get one finger. So it's only just barely loose. So I might just move this in one micro adjust and that's it. So I might not be removing any links. So if you have a bigger than 7.5-inch wrist, you might not be able to wear this. But yeah, I don't think it looks too bad for I think I paid about 15 bucks for this, so not bad at all. All right, let's go on to the last watch. All right, let's get this last one open. And I'm pretty sure I know what this is. Oh, I guess I didn't know what it was. This is another Vava Voom. I bought a Vava Voom before just because I thought the name was so silly and I thought it would be kind of fun. But it was really a real piece of crap. It was a really bad watch. But I saw this Vava Voom and it looked a lot better than the last one. So I figured I'd give him another chance. Then it gives me another excuse to put a buxom woman on the title card. Okay, looks like we have the instructions here. And looks like we have a hang tag that's not hanging. Then there's nothing else in the box. Then here we go. We have a Daytona homage. And well, I don't know if I would call it a Daytona homage because look at that bezel. That bezel is totally different than a Daytona. So, yeah, this is not a Daytona homage. Never mind there. It's a 3-register chronograph, obviously, but I wouldn't call it a Daytona homage. So, I don't know if it's supposed to look like any other famous chronograph or not. It's obviously not an Omega. So, I don't know. I'm not as knowledgeable as I should be when it comes to the more fancier Swiss watches. So, if this is homaging something directly, I don't know what it is. But let's get the plastic off. Now, look at the clasp. It looks like a lot like a Benyar clasp with no micro adjusts. But the plastic's coming off fairly easy. And the bracelet doesn't seem too bad. It feels hollow. Yeah, it's rolled. So it's not a solid link bracelet. But it doesn't feel too bad. Actually, it looks pretty good. Of course, a lot of these cheap watches, you got that end link wobble. Then, oh, we got a little quartz protector here. So let's press in the dial. Watch is ticking. And it looks like it's hitting the marks. So that's always nice on a watch at this price. This being a Vava Voom did not cost a lot. Oh, I got case back protector here. I'll worry about the case back protector later. Let's go ahead and throw it on the wrist and see what it looks like. Alright, here it is on size, my 7.5-inch wrist. This is a fairly big watch, so I don't think you'll want to wear this if you have a tiny wrist. But then also, looks like I can only get one finger, so I'll only be removing one link. And there are no micro adjusts on the clasp. So if you get this one, if you have a bigger wrist, you could probably put it on a clasp and it would probably work for you. Here, let's see how big of a clasp you would need. Alright, looks like you need a 20mm clasp if you want to put it on a real clasp, which would probably give you some extension too if you're bigger than 7.5. Okay, well, thank you for watching my unboxing video. I'll be sure to have reviews of all 3 of these watches eventually. I got a few more watches ahead of it. I got both of those Pagani design chronographs to do first. And I got to do that Balgella that Grogu's wearing. Be sure and like and subscribe to my channel and leave comments. For some reason, comments is supposed to be good for the algorithm. We got to keep that algorithm healthy. Bye.